Hi guys, it's Ksenia. Welcome back to my channel. So in today's video, I'm going to be doing a very difficult video. I'm going to be sharing with you my top 10 perfumes for life. If you were to ask me right now, if all of your perfumes could disappear and you could only keep 10 for the rest of your life with no other additions, I think these would be it. I also have an honorable mention that has quickly kind of made its way into my top 10, but not so much so that it kicks any one of them out. So technically it's 11. Listen, there's so many other perfumes that I could have included for this video, so I had to be very strict. Just because you don't see a perfume in this video that I said I absolutely love doesn't mean I don't love it. It's still in my collection, obviously, but if I had to be strict and I could only choose 10, these would be my top 10. This is a super difficult video for a person that loves perfumes as much as I do to make. Any fragrance lover out there would tell you it's almost impossible. It's like asking you who's your favorite kid. You can't choose. Also, this can change. I'm sure a year ago, 2 years ago, this top 10 would be maybe a different list, but at the moment right now, this would be my top 10 for life. With all that said, please make sure that you're subscribed to my channel and turning post notifications on, and let's get started. So I definitely did not do this on purpose, but turns out I have 4 Kayali perfumes that are part of this top 10. Almost 50% of my top 10 list is made up of Kayali perfumes. I genuinely just really love their perfumes, and by the way, none of the perfumes in this video are sponsored. I've paid for every single one of these. This video is not sponsored in any way, shape, or form. My first perfume for life is Kayali Yum Bougie Marshmallow. This is the sweet marshmallow fluff candy perfume of my dreams. I love smelling sweet, girly, and basically like a walking pink marshmallow. And this scent is that to a T. This has keynotes of freesia, strawberry, pink marshmallow, creamy coconut, whipped vanilla, and pink musk. And it just smells like you just opened up a bag of pink marshmallows. It's like that powdery, authentic marshmallow scent. No toastiness or any type of like smokiness on that. It's just pure pink marshmallow candy, and it just lingers on and on and on, and you literally become edible. Just smelling this right now in the air, it is so good. If you are in the market for a candy pink sweet scent, this is it. And then kind of similar to that is Yum Pistachio Gelato. This is all about obviously this pistachio note, but it's a very unique pistachio note in that it's not entirely gourmand. There's a nice fluffiness and airy freshness to this scent that I know not everybody was expecting when this first launched. People thought this was gonna give way more gourmand, but it does give you a little bit more perfumey-ness. Now, when it comes to Yum Bougie Marshmallow, in my opinion, this scent is just straight up giving candy. Whew. I've been spraying perfumes in this room all day, but this one is giving that pistachio gelato, creamy, fluffy ice cream, but with a nice perfumey-ness to it. I don't know why, but this perfume has always reminded me of just way more of a gourmand version of Britney Spears' Fantasy. And I think that has to do with why I love this so much, because Fantasy is just a classic. I've used that since I was a literal kid, so just holds a special place in my heart. The keynotes in here are pistachio gelato, hazelnut, sweet rum, whipped cream, marshmallow, and cotton candy. So as you can tell, I love my sweet marshmallowy candy type of scents, so I love Kayali for bringing these two out. And then this is crazy that this perfume has made it into my top 10, which is why I said in the beginning of this video that this can always change, because this perfume used to be a hate for me about 4 or so years ago. Back when this first launched, I did not like it. I thought this smelled like a church. I thought it smelled like a really mature vanilla. And now, here we are. It's in my literal top 10 for life perfumes. So crazy how perfumes can change, our noses change, or the perfume themselves change. I still have this little conspiracy theory that they've reformulated this, because I remember the one that I had that I didn't like all those years back was like a really faint light beigey kind of color, whereas this one, I bought this color, very rich burgundy sort of color, which could just be because this perfume maybe was like an older batch, so it's just had time to just get richer and macerate. But I don't know, it's too good. This is woodsy vanilla heaven. It's a vanilla scent for when you want to feel a little bit more sophisticated and sexy rather than just like straight up vanilla extract, basic vanilla, which is fine. There's always a time for that as well. But sometimes I just want to give a little bit more sexy vanilla, and this is that. And then for the last Kayali perfume, this is Utopia Vanilla Coco. This is such an underrated Kayali perfume that I don't really hear a lot of people talk about. You hear a lot of people talk about all the other three that I just talked about, especially Vanilla 28, but not so much Utopia Vanilla Coco, and I don't know why, because this is incredible. This to me reminds me a little bit of another perfume that is on this top 10 list as well, but it's like the more sophisticated version of that perfume that I'm gonna talk about next. This has top notes of coconut milk, honeysuckle, pear blossom, Italian lemon, middle notes of tuberose, jasmine, sambac, gardenia, ambrette, and base notes of bourbon, vanilla, sandalwood, musk, and patchouli. This perfume is kind of odd because it has so much white florals, which I'm not really normally into, and one of my least favorite white florals being gardenia, which is kind of like at the heart of this perfume. But trust me, this is a creamy coconut along the same lines ish as a scent like Soleil Blanc from Tom Ford, but a much creamier version of it. A very, very complimented scent as well. And although it does give off very much a summery vibe, there's something in here that also makes me feel like I can wear this all year round. It does smell like a signature scent as well, while still having a prominent summery vibe to it. I just love this. I feel like even if you don't like coconut, you would absolutely love this. There's just something really magical about this scent. And speaking of that, if you want more of a fun, flirty version, not as sophisticated and I guess more bougie, Bodacious from Juicy Couture, which hurts. Every time I talk about this, it hurts me deeply because this is discontinued, and not only can you not find it on secondhand websites, but if you do find it, it's like $300 because people know how rare I guess this perfume is and how much it's loved, so people are upcharging like crazy. I kind of have just stopped using this because I am a little bit more than halfway done and I'm terrified to finish this because this is truly the most magical scent ever. It's the best juicy scent that there ever was. If they were to bring this back, I would buy like 3 bottles at a time. This is the best juicy scent, period. This also has a few white florals in it, but there's also melon, there's pear, there's coconut milk, once again like that Utopia Vanilla Coco, which is why it sort of reminds me of it, but this has that juicy DNA, so it's a little bit more flirty and girly, not as sophisticated and classy. It's just something so fun in here. There's tonka bean, it's super creamy. It smells like a hot girl. It smells like a baddie, like a Y2K baddie. Juicy Couture, I don't know why you'd be watching this, but if you are, please bring this scent back. Okay, next. Haute Couture by Givenchy. This is the EDP. When I first was looking into getting this scent, everyone was telling me to get the EDT, and everywhere online people were like, the EDT is so much better. The EDP is just too much and too smoky. So that kind of scared me. For some reason, I was just drawn to get the EDP, and I'm so glad I got this. Now, I haven't smelled the EDT, so maybe that's great too. I don't know, but this is 100 out of 10, and no, it's not too smoky. There's maybe a smoky element in here, but I don't like smokiness in my perfumes. This is just the most magical, perfect scent ever. It is the sexiest scent you will ever come across. I say that very confidently. This smells like the hottest girl that is also a biker. She has an all black leather outfit and she's riding her little bike. I don't know bike lingo, guys. Like I don't ride a bike. It's hot in every way possible. It's literally the hottest, sexiest, most intoxicating scent ever. I have gotten the most compliments on this scent going out to restaurants, from waiters, waitresses, hostesses, literally everybody has complimented me on this scent. This has raspberry mixed with smoke. So it's kind of like you're wearing a delicious raspberry scent and you're in a jazz club and there's smoke in the air. People are smoking cigars around you. There's just an edge to it, but in the perfect way. The smokiness, leatheriness, whatever edge that this has does not outweigh the other notes or the raspberry. It's like a nice balance of the two. It's a little bit spicy as well. There's pepper in here. It's just beautiful. Now, there's not an actual smoke note in here. I think that smoke note is maybe supposed to come off by the sandalwood note that's in here. That's kind of what gives it this leathery edgy sort of feel, but it works so well with the raspberry, the pepper, the vetiver that's in here. Literally sexiness in a bottle. Speaking of sexiness in a bottle, Musk Noir Rose by Narciso Rodriguez. This is another for life type scent. This smells like jammy Turkish delights. It has all the elements of a Turkish delight, from the powdery sweetness on the outside to that jammy, delicious sweetness on the inside. This has this really deep, dark, jammy plum note that, in combination with the rose that's in here, which also gives off a jammy feel, works so incredibly. Also a heavy dose of vanilla. I've seen so many people rave about this scent. I remember this one TikTok that was, I think this random person had stopped this French girl in the middle of the street, and she was like, oh, what perfume do you wear? And she pulled out this perfume, which is very random. But anyways, yeah, that's definitely also another for life scent. Next, I have Givenchy Irresistible. This is definitely more of an everyday signature type scent for me. I love pear notes in my perfumes, and this one, I mean, I've been saying this for a lot of these perfumes, and part of the reason why they are in my top 10 is because they just work really well with my skin, and I feel like because of that, I get the most amount of compliments on these scents, so I know that they just work really well with my chemistry. And pear is another one of those notes that just, it works so freaking well and garners the most compliments. I don't know what it is about this note, but I love me pear, and in Irresistible, it is quite literally irresistible. Like I said, all these perfumes get me compliments, but I think this has to be my #1 most complimented scent. This is a nice combination of rose and iris mixed with the pear and also ambrette. It's a little musky and a nice woodsy base. Such a beautiful, elegant, divine, feminine, whimsical, ethereal scent that can be perfect for everything. Very versatile. You can take this out to more of a fancy event, down to a work office setting. It just works for everything, and it will just make you smell like the most perfect feminine version of yourself. So I love this one for just like every day. Okay, my go-to summer scent, I think you guys already know what this is gonna be. My beloved Miami Glow that I've been talking about pretty much since the start of my channel. I recently had this DM sent to me on Instagram of it was a TikToker, a pretty famous TikToker too. I need to look up what his name is on TikTok, because I think he had reviewed this and just absolutely hated it. And one of you guys had sent that to me on Instagram, and it was the funniest thing ever. Obviously, perfumes are subjective. I'm not gonna be annoyed that somebody hates a perfume that I love, because there's tons of perfumes that I love that I'm sure you guys hate. Let me see if I can pull up this DM. Okay, Daniel Rene. I don't know where the video is where he had talked about Miami Glow. I really want to see exactly what he had said, because I watched the video a little while ago. Okay, I can't find the video, but moral of the story, I think he hated this perfume, which is fine. I love it. I've always loved it. To me, this smells incredible. I know I've recommended it to a lot of you. A lot of you have loved it as well, but a lot of you haven't. So I don't, maybe she's polarizing it. To me, it's not. To me, I'm like, what is everybody smelling that they don't like in here? Because this is just a perfect summer scent. This is my go-to pool day scent, beach day scent, summer in general type of scent. I don't really like to put a season on a perfume, even though I do describe perfumes like fall perfumes and winter. That's just for me to describe something. It's not necessarily that I'm only gonna use that for a specific season, but not with this scent. This is strictly summer. This is summer in a bottle. I can't imagine myself wearing this any other time other than summer. So this is an exception to that rule. This is juicy passion fruit mixed with coconut milk, pink grapefruit. It's vanilla, a little musky, it smells a little soapy, which I know a lot of people have pointed out the soapy aspect and you don't like it. And I don't normally like soapiness, but something in here is just so freaking good. I don't know how to describe it. I find it to be the sexiest summer scent of all time. Not only is it in my top 10, but it's my #1 summer scent. Let me know what you guys think in the comments. Are you a hater of it, or do you love it like me, and why? And then my last top 10 for this list, Baccarat Rouge. I know, a very boring one, and I know you're probably all rolling your eyes. I know everybody talks about this, but it's just, it's so good. It's so good that I bought a second bottle. I actually sold my other bottle while I was in Albania. It was really hard to let it go, but they told me that they couldn't really get a hold of it there. So they ended up buying it for me, and I ended up buying a second bottle while I was in the airport in Turkey, and it worked out really well because I got such a good deal on this scent. In the US, I remember paying over $350. I think it retails for $350 here. and then plus tax, so it's over $350. And in the airport in Turkey, obviously it's duty free, so no tax, but it also was priced at $250. And then they had some sort of deal where you signed up with them and then you get 10% off. So I ended up getting this for $200, which is still a lot of money, but for this perfume and how much it costs here, I ended up saving like over $150 on it. I was gonna buy it anyway, so it just worked out perfectly. I love Baccarat. This is such a unique scent. It's very sweet, but in an undescribable way. I think we can all agree Baccarat Rouge is one of the most indescribable scents there ever was, because it doesn't really have concrete notes that you can pinpoint in it. It's more molecular kind of smelling. This has top notes of saffron, jasmine, middle notes of amberwood, ambergris, hedione, and base notes of fear resin, cedar, sugar, ambroxan, and oak moss. Obviously, it does have actual tangible notes other than the molecular ones, but I can't really pinpoint them. Maybe the saffron I get slightly. Don't get jasmine. I don't get fear resin. It is woodsy, and I definitely get the sugar, but other than that, the rest of them are just, they're just there. I can't describe it, but it's sweet, it's sexy, and literally the most complimented scent on earth. Unfortunately, also one of the most popular scents. Everybody wears this, either this or a dupe of it, but she's just really good. I don't know. And then to end it off with my honorable mention, I felt like it would be cheating to include this in a top 10 because I haven't had it for that long. And also, it's just not quite there yet for me to bump any one of these out. So I thought I would just include it as an honorable mention. But this little perfume right here has blown me away. And that is the new Rare Beauty perfume. This is the most amazing scent ever. I love my Burberry Goddess, and that's a very close one that would have made this list. But this, I think I love even more than Burberry Goddess. Rare is just like a smooth, creamy caramel, soft version of Burberry Goddess. It smells so heavenly. The only thing I don't love about this is the lasting power. It's not amazing lasting power, but I can get past that because of just how heavenly the scent is. It's a little spicy, it's got ginger, it's got pink pepper, but then it's super sweet. It's got cacao, caramel, has a little hint of pistachio, so it's nutty sweet. Tonka bean, it's a little musky, a little woodsy. It's the perfect scent, especially if you love a vanilla. I love how accessible it is. You can just twist it, open it and close it. Super easy, doesn't have a cap. Super easy to use in spray, has an amazing sprayer. It's just a 10 out of 10 scent. So that will just secretly include in this top 10. That's actually a top 11. So those are all of my top 10, but really 11 for life perfumes. I confidently choose them. If these would be the only perfumes in my collection, I would be very, very happy with that. So yeah, that is it for this video. Let me know your top 10 list in the comments down below. Please subscribe to my channel if you haven't already and turn post notifications on, and I will see you in my next video. Bye.